This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
My name is Derek, 35, and I live in Ontario, Canada. I bought this house just to flip it, and I decided just to keep it. I bought this car a couple years ago. It's a little more beefier than the average Corvette. This is my cars, my radio control cars. And this one here I built myself. I changed everything, changed the motor and everything. Probably spent at least 10 grand and everything. I like to buy things to try to make me happy, but sometimes material things don't make you happy. I'm an alcoholic.
Just drink so you don't have to think as much.
He'll start drinking at night, then he'll start drinking as soon as he wakes up and drinking all day.
And he's drinking the quantity that would kill most people. If he doesn't keep up the amount that he drinks every day, then he has these tremors.
He'll shake so bad at times that he's not even able to walk and has problems sometimes talking.
I think he's had such a good life, but all he says is doom and gloom, you know. Everything's black.
People are scared. People know I'm gonna die.
I'm afraid Derek won't be around for long. I honestly believe he won't be here for long.
Derek was my firstborn, and he was 8 pounds, 14 ounces at birth, a real healthy baby.
I never had any trauma in my life. My parents never laid a hand on me. They never swore. It's almost like the perfect family in a way.
But at a very young age, I picked up some problems with a little depression, where he always felt his younger brother was better in so many ways than he was.
I cried a few times, just by looking at my face or something. I was an ugly kid. In high school, I didn't think I was good enough for girls and stuff like that. I didn't go on dates, and I never went to any school dances.
Time and time again, he'll use the word rejection. I cannot take rejection.
Bodybuilding was something that changed my attitude and personality. It made me feel good inside, feel good about myself. And I can walk out the door and not feel ugly. We were like the fitness couple. We'd always go to the gym together and have a good workout. Yeah, I always wanted to be the best, or at least try to be the best. Try to outdo somebody, always trying to achieve that better goal. I came in second place, and a lot of people think I maybe should have came in first.
And to this day, it still bothers him that he came in second because he figured he was the number one.
Second place trophy goes to number 26.
I turned 30, that was my worst birthday. When you're a bodybuilder, you don't care about how you feel inside, it's the outside that counts. But once I hit 30, I said to myself, okay, now I'm getting old. And then Charlene, she wanted a family, she wanted change in our life.
Charlene had told him either, they were gonna get married or, she was gonna leave. So he proposed to her.
How many drinks have you had today?
The drinking started
I think when he was engaged. I don't think he really wanted to get married, but I think he felt obligated. You know, I think the stress there led to him drinking even more so.
He just got to the point where he was drinking and hiding it in pop cans, drinking every day.
She'd invested 12 years of her life, and she really wanted children. And she knew that if she continued to be with Derek, that that was not going to happen.
When Charlene left, that was the biggest rejection. He had been drinking prior, but nowhere near to how it's escalated. And in my opinion, I'm sure that was the catalyst that sent him over. Rejection.
It's like she's gone on with her life, and I haven't. And that's depressing.
The more he thinks about how he's drinking screwed up his life, he's drinking more. And now the rest of his life is failing.
Derek, I have seen your alcoholism affect your life negatively in the following ways. Your energy level has dropped so much that walking seems a chore for you right now. In the past, you always made decisions. You look at things, analyze it, and you made the right decisions. Now you can't even decide sometimes to go left or right. Like you, I too have had more sad and depressed days than happy ones of late. Son, I have cried more tears over the past year than I have in my entire life. There is not a day that goes by that I don't worry for your safety and well-being. I get angry at the alcohol that has taken a son that I love as much as you for me. But I know you'll be back. This disease is treatable, and you will beat it. I love you more than you'll ever know, son. I want you back.
You can see all of us here. We want the same for you. We wouldn't be here if we didn't love you and want the best for you. And you got to start loving yourself and looking at life differently, that you are of value and you are worth this chance of a lifetime.
If you care a little bit about yourself, and I know you do, and if you care for any of us sitting around here, which I know you do, you're going to do it. You're going to do the right thing, and you're going to start the road to recovery.
Yep, I'll go. How long will the flight
Give you
trip
dinner. Yay!
You know, it's pretty sad. Like, the things that I've done, I don't even think about how it would hurt others and stuff. I never thought I was sick at the time, though, did I? It's been 90 days clean now, which is, I should get my
today,
chip.
Isn't it?
I can get a chip. Yeah, 90 days today.
Today, that's cool.
I don't love myself yet, but I'm trying to embrace that, embrace myself in a way, or try to find myself where I can love myself.
Veins swell.